Wait, shouldn't she call me? It's my birthday, Grandma!
Because it's Jimmy's birthday, I thought I would pay him back with a equally interesting puzzle. Not as complex, granted, not nearly as good as his Easter egg hunt that he did for Tiff and I. Because I didn't want to go to a store and risk the whole COVID-19 thing, I thought I would be a little more creative and come up with a puzzle for him. So I made him a card, but it's a bit of a complicated card. I'm a magician. I'm not a puzzle maker. I don't have the experience or the skill set to create an elaborate puzzle the way Jimmy does. So I'm going to rely on my skills as a magician and see if I can use psychology rather than puzzle making skills to maybe entertain Jimmy for a little bit longer than realistically he should be entertained by this, because Jimmy tends to overthink and overanalyze a lot. That's one thing that we share in common, and it's something I love about him. So let me show you what I've come up with. This is the card. It's in an acetate packaging. He's going to pull it out of the acetate, and it says happy birthday. On the back, it says, warning, you honestly don't have to open this card. Seriously, just enjoy not knowing unless you're in the mood for a pretty easy puzzle. And there's little symbols that becomes important. The card itself has this message. China may have given us all COVID-19, but really you're lucky it did, because realistically, how else would Alex and Jim get more money to bug the kind Tiff? And there's a bunch of numbers and symbols and math equations. The only thing he'll have to do is slide the card into this acetate sheet and take a look visually at which letters line up. The rest of it is a complete red herring. It is absolutely irrelevant. Complete balderdash. So I'm hoping he'll take a moment, see what it is, and realize that it's more of a magic trick than it is a puzzle. Let me explain. I've purposefully left little tiny symbols and markings here on the card, because if he takes the time to try and understand this, I hope he'll go on a wild goose chase. So Jimmy, I'm sorry in advance, but to be honest with you, the outside of this envelope on both sides is actually your birthday card. I'm hoping the psychology of saying just enjoy not knowing unless you're in the mood for a pretty easy puzzle. I think Jimmy knows that I'm going to underplay the idea that it's a pretty easy puzzle, because he'll know that it's kind of my cocky way of saying, oh yeah, it's pretty easy, even though it's extremely complicated seemingly. So I'm gonna go give him the card and see what happens. He might just figure out right away that the whole thing is balderdash and all he has to do is slide the card into the acetate. But we'll see. I'm relying on a psychological principle that I actually learned from the world of hypnosis, known as an open loop. And actually, that reminds me of the time when I was at the movie theaters and a Mustang came, and you would not, the woman that got out of the Mustang, sorry, I digress. But the point is, an open loop is exactly that. So it's not completing a sentence or a story, and it leaves the brain with this unanswered question because you've brought up all these images and questions for the brain, and when the brain can't resolve it, it goes into this like fury of whoa, no, I need to understand, I need to finish that thought for me. It's the same reason we don't like being interrupted, because we feel like there's an open loop. We didn't get to say what we wanted to say. And it's also the reason ending relationships actually hurts. So I tend to avoid the creation of open loops existing as much as possible, exactly for the fact that I find them super, super annoying. And I'm kind of using an open loop to make sure Jimmy opens the card. He's a super smart guy, and either way, it'll show a different kind of intelligence. Whether he goes through and tries to complete the puzzle will show us just how intelligent he is, and if he gets it right away, it'll show us just how intelligent he is in a different way to understand that I'm just kind of messing with him. Hi, buddy. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Hello, vlog.
I didn't get you a present because of what's going on.
I understand.
So I hope this is equally satisfying, and I can get you a paper and a pen. I think you'll figure it out really quick.
You made me a puzzle?
Yeah.
That's so cool. This isn't like dry erase, it's gonna rub off.
No, it's permanent.
Okay, good. Love. Love is important right now. Can I just go off on love for a minute?
Please, let me sit.
Please. I love how we have a very kind of open communication. I love that we always tell each other we love each other. That's so important to me, because it's something that I've kind of hidden in every vlog and Dreams Explained video and main channel video I've ever done. I'm a really big believer in love, and as I get older and more ancient and just slower and decrepit, I have a lot of love for love. I think it's important that we express it. So if I could ask your vlog today, you don't have to get me anything, but if you can tell someone you don't think you say I love you to enough, do it for me. And do it for you and do it for them. But more so for me. But just tell them you love them. If you haven't told them in a while, call them up on the phone. Be like, Grandma, I love you. I think that means I should probably call my grandma. But anyways, shouldn't she call me? It's my birthday. Grandma! Anyways, okay. Warning, you honestly don't have to open this card. Seriously, just enjoy not knowing, unless you are in the mood for a pretty easy puzzle. If I don't need to open it, I might be able to solve it with the cipher that I have. I just need to make sure I know what side's this side. So some are above and some are below. So the circles are E. Okay.
Do you want me to get you a paper and a pen?
Okay, so far, I think Jimmy has taken the bait and is treating it like a puzzle, which is great news because that's how his mind is designed and he loves puzzles. And this is technically a puzzle, but it's not really a cipher. So we'll see. No, it's not something you're gonna have to see the reflection through. Jimmy just asked if it's written on the clear thing for any reason, and I said it kind of out of necessity, but also kind of yes. But it's not reflection.
I'm gonna open the card.
Okay.
What? Okay.
See, now I'm nervous that the payoff for this puzzle isn't going to be worth all this effort, but I'm hoping you'll enjoy the journey. While Jimmy solves it, we'll just cut to Tiff dancing.
Is this a double solve cipher? Is this that's not an AA.
It's a triple solve cipher.
But there's no word that has AA in the middle of it.
Maybe it's a single. So I don't actually know the terms here, Jimmy. I'm just making it up.
And O has to be 6.
Jimmy, I'm afraid. Actually, I'm not afraid. Jimmy, I think this puzzle, what you just came up with, you solved the puzzle that didn't exist, and hopefully it inspired different ideas for puzzle making, because that was actually kind of my goal with this. You can actually solve this whole thing without worrying about that. The doorbell rang!
That's my mom. So Alex gave me this card that had this information on it, which is all puzzle-like, inside this wrapper, which has got all these random symbols on it. I have not yet figured out how to solve it, but if you watch Alex's vlog, you'll see me saying these words right at the camera. I'm not even looking at what I'm filming, but you don't know that because you're watching Alex's vlog. But you know that because you're watching Alex's vlog. What am I shooting? You'll have to check my vlog. What's happening? Happy birthday, Jimmy, AK, and Tiff.
Yeah!
Nice.
You nailed it!
Nice. Well, it took a little longer than I expected it to, but I got dangerously close to getting it all by myself.
Once you saw the acetate in a 3D way, you just got it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, thanks for playing, man.
No, it's cool.
So that was really neat, and I'm really excited to cut this vlog together so that you folks can see exactly how two different people have different intelligences and different abilities. And one thing that in our kind of roundup discussion that Jimmy mentioned was, as a puzzle maker, he wants to be able to solve a puzzle quickly, not just impress you folks, but he kind of got stuck on the puzzle path where, as a magician, my approach was, I want to see if I can misdirect Jimmy's attention. And Jimmy, to be honest with you, and you'll watch this back, I wasn't sure if you would just see through it right away. I can't snap with my left hand. I do magic professionally for a living. I can't snap with this hand. Anyway, I thought you would see right through it. And so I purposefully underplayed the don't open this unless you're in the mood to solve a pretty easy puzzle to kind of lead you to believe like, no, this is going to be complicated. But I appreciate you playing regardless.
It's clever. It honestly, it's truly clever. I have a love-hate relationship with myself right now for not seeing through it. But
no pun intended.
You did do a really good job, so thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah. Thanks for playing it.
Of course.
Thanks for watching. Please like this video, comment, subscribe. I don't know what my hashtag catchy ending is. You have a great ending in your vlogs. I need to write a cool ending. I don't have one.
Why don't you send your vlog like my vlog?
Yeah, do it.
All right, everyone. Clap your thumbs if you believe all kinds of extra love to you. And Alex?
Alex, pizza smash.